Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Summer and I'm a waxaholic, and today I have got my January empties part 2 to share with you guys. So I apologize, it is now the second week of February and I'm just now getting around to filming this. And you guys, I don't even know if I'm going to put out my November empties because it's just like a little too far gone at this point. So I'm going to film the second part of January and then the first week of February tonight. So hopefully they will be up soon, and going forward I can keep them uploaded in a timely manner. But anyway, if you'd like to see what I got through the last couple of weeks of January, grab a snack, grab a drink, and let's chat wax. Okay, you guys, so let's start with kind of one-offs and then we'll go to vendors that I have multiples of. I don't have a whole ton, so hopefully this won't be a super long video, but y'all know once I get going chatting about wax, you just never know. But first up from L3, we have Mallow Fluff, Lavender Lemonade, and Sugar Cookie Royale. I can't remember if this was mine or if I got it in like round robin or a D-stash, but this was really pretty. I like lavender with lemon. This was kind of a more middle of the road, like a chamomile type of lavender with lemon, and then the Sugar Cookie Royale and the Mallow Fluff really creamed out those two scents to where the lemon and the lavender, neither one of them were super harsh. They were blended very well, very smooth, and this was a very calming, pretty scent. This was a puppy pack, and I warmed it in the bedrooms, and I really liked it. Performed great, and would definitely repurchase it. From Rainbow Melts, I did Birkenstock sandals, lavender patchouli, Palo Santo, Sugar Cookie Royale, and roasted pine cones. Y'all, I loved this one. I don't think I had ever tried lavender patchouli. I don't know if that's a single oil or if it's just a blend from Crystal that she made herself, but you guys, this was so good. Crystal's wax performs great for me. This was a banger, and I loved the lavender with the patchouli, the Palo Santo, the roasted pine cones. You got all of those kind of earthy notes with the lavender, and then the Sugar Cookie Royale to give it a bakery twist, and this was so good. I would love to get this in a larger size. So I hope Crystal brings this back soon. That is Birkenstock sandals, and I loved it. Next, I warmed a snap bar from Fantasy Wax Melts. This was so kindly gifted to me from Christine. So Christine, if you're watching, thank you so much again. This is actually Christine's blend. It won a contest, and I'm so happy I got to try it. This is Falling for Bread, pumpkin pecan waffles, French baguette, and zucchini bread. Y'all, I know I have been saying that I haven't been reaching for straight bakery lately, but when Christine sent this, I was so excited to try it because it was her blend. And y'all, this was such a good scent. This was just pumpkin pecan waffles with bready bakery. I love Kirsten from Fantasy Wax Melts zucchini bread. I think hers was the first one I ever tried, and so I love it so much. It's very sweet. And then the French baguette, it's kind of, you can smell that like fresh, like crusty bread. It's so good. And this was such a banger. I did this in my bedroom and my office, and I loved it so much. Would definitely repurchase that, and kudos to you, Christine. That is a beautiful blend. From Dessa's Homespun Scents, I did Vanilla Voodoo. Got this as a sample in one of my orders, and I think this is like vanilla with birch and possibly sandalwood, if I'm not mistaken. But it's a really nice, creamy, earthy vanilla. It's beautiful. It's very woodsy. It's very my vibe, and I love it. Did this sample in my office, and it smelled amazing. I would definitely pick it up. I'm pretty sure I picked it up in a bigger size in her latest pre-order, but this is a favorite. If you like woodsy sort of scents, this is for you. You should definitely try Vanilla Voodoo. From Glitterati, I finished a brittle, I can't remember what she calls these, but it was like the larger, kind of like a Sassy Girl Aroma brittle size in quiet time. This was so kindly gifted to me from Cindy. So Cindy, if you're watching, thank you so, so much. This is lavender marshmallow, shea butter, and birchwood. And I had never warmed this one before, but I was a little nervous about the shea butter. But you guys, this was one of the most beautiful lavenders. Lavender marshmallow is more to me like a body care lavender almost. It's sweet and creamy from the marshmallow, but the way this was blended with the shea butter really smoothed it out. And then the birchwood gave it that woodsy note. And this was so calming, relaxing. I did this throughout my open concept and it performed great. I always get good performance from Glitterati and I really, really enjoyed this. We'll definitely put it on my repurchase list. Thank you again to Cindy for sending me that. Then from Harper James, I finished a brittle, and this was one of my customs. I called it Sugar Mama, which the scent notes are cozy snacking in bed, which is one of her, I think, house blend scents, and then cotton candy frosting and pink sugar. So if I'm not mistaken, cozy snacking in bed is like lavender and strawberry and possibly mint. I'm pretty sure my friend Christine said that she came up with cozy snacking in bed. Maybe it was one of her requests or suggestions. And so it blended really beautifully with the cotton candy frosting and pink sugar. Loved every second of this. Was a great performer. And I actually loved this scent so much that I got it in my second round of customs that I did with Harper James. I don't think I ever filmed that haul, but I love this so, so much. Strawberry pound cake and lavender, a little bit of mint. There might be some other sort of bakery in there, but with the cotton candy frosting and pink sugar, this was just so good and loved it so much. From the melted mousse, I finished up a loaf of Into the Woods, which was a suggestion to me from Alexis. I was doing customs with the melted mousse, and she recommended this one. Iced Vanilla Woods, Balsam, and Roasted Pine Cones. And y'all, I don't think I've ever warmed through a loaf so fast in all my life. This was poured back in April of 2024, and I warmed it over the winter. And this was so good. Like, Alexis never steers me wrong with recommendations. And this performed beautifully. I loved the combination of these three scents. I love Icy Vanilla Woods. I love Balsam. And I love Roasted Pine Cones. So, I mean, there was, little to no doubt that I would love it. But I really, really enjoyed this. Would definitely repurchase it. I don't know that Jackie is pouring right now. But if she ever does, I would definitely grab this again. So Alexis, thank you so much for the recommendation. And then my last one is from Nolles Farm Scents, one of my favorites. This is Warm the Soul by the Fireplace Type Palo Santo and Zucchini Bread. This was the scent I think that made me fall in love with By the Fireplace in wax. I think the first time I ever tried it was from Nolles, and I love this scent so much. It's the most cozy, beautiful scent. The Palo Santo really kind of creams out the By the Fireplace and gives it a little bit of an edge. And then the zucchini bread adds that sweet bakery to it. This is just an entire vibe, and I'm here for it. This was a loaf, and I'm so glad I have more of this. I think I have a couple of the brittles left. But Warm the Soul is just a staple, and I love it so, so much. You really need to try it if you haven't. Then from Lavender and Speckles, I finished 2 clamshells in Visions of Sugar Plums, which was one of my requests, and Beth so kindly poured it. And y'all, it turned out so beautiful. This is dark, juicy plums, tangerine, a tiny hint of spice, and cotton candy frosting. So I finished 2 clamshells. One isn't enough to do my open concept, so I do, I think, like 9 or 10 pieces. So I had 2 left over, so I just finished off the second one in my office. And I love this so, so much. I actually just warmed it yesterday. So you'll see it again in my February empties. This is such a good combination. Beth did this so incredibly well. You get that dark, juicy plum. The tangerine gives it a little bit of brightness, almost a little bit of like an effervescence, but it's not fizzy. Just a little bit of brightness in that way. And then it's a tiny, tiny hint of spice, not super spicy at all. And then the cotton candy frosting just gives it an extra sweetness. This is so good. Great performer. Loved every second. Would definitely repurchase it. I know I'm biased, but it's really good if you love plum. Okay, then I have quite a few from Rose Girls. So first up is Silent Night Mode. Sweet lavender, vanilla balsam, roasted pine cones, and a blanket of fresh fallen snow. I think this came in maybe as a sample in an order. But I've had this before, and I think I have a larger bag of it, and I love it so, so much. Love lavender with tree and then roasted pine cones. And the fresh fallen snow, I don't know really what that is. It's just kind of like an outdoorsy, almost like a chilly minty vibe. And this was so beautiful, just like a really good winter lavender. It was a great performer. Loved it so much, and I'm glad I have more in my collection. I finished a mini melter bag of Winter Storm, Sweet Sandalwood, Palo Santo, Oh Christmas Tree, and Falling Snow. So to me, this was very outdoorsy tree. It's like a winter's day outside. It's very crisp air, a little bit minty, fresh tree. And then I didn't get a whole ton of Palo Santo, but the Sweet Sandalwood just added a little bit more of a woodsy vibe, creamy vibe. It gave it a little bit of like a body care feel, smoothed it out a little bit, and this was really pretty. Sometimes Jenny's tree oils are very sharp to me, and I think the Palo Santo and the Sweet Sandalwood did a great job of kind of smoothing out the harshness of the tree. So this was really pretty. That is Winter Storm. Next up is an old favorite. This is Koopa's Christmas Carols. Soft pine, sugar cookies, snow powder, mint, and campfire marshmallow. Y'all, this is a staple that I warm every single winter, and anything with Jenny's campfire marshmallow in it, I'm going to get because I love that oil. This was so good. It's very peppermint forward, or it just says mint. So maybe it's buttermint, but it's definitely not spearmint because I don't care for spearmint. This is like a sweeter mint and a little bit of pine, and then you get that bakery, the sugar cookies, and then that campfire marshmallow. I warmed this when we were all sick with the flu / God only knows what for a couple of weeks because of the mint in it. I feel like mint is really good for your sinuses, for headaches, or fevers, and it's also very calming. So I warmed this bag while we were sick. Loved it. I think I have 2 more mini melter bags in my collection. This is a never want to be without scent for me. Then I warmed the Northwoods, apple fritter, roasted pine cones, and Palo Santo. This was a new one for me. I don't know if this was new to her shop this year, but I had never warmed it before, but I do really love Jenny's apple fritter oil. Of course, I love roasted pine cones and Palo Santo. This was so good. It was such a different spin on apple fritter. Normally, her apple fritter blends are very bakery heavy. So this with the like outdoorsy roasted pine cone and Palo just kind of gave it a little bit of zhuzhed it up, and it was so, so good. It was a great performer, and I loved this so much. The Northwoods would definitely repurchase it next year. It's perfect for fall and winter. And then lastly from Rose Girls, Lavender Haze. Y'all, this scent is everything. Lavender chamomile, lavender marshmallow, and sweet lavender. So give me all the lavender scents, and this one just has every type of lavender in it. And it is so, so good. Great performer, beautiful scent, all the lavenders. And that's the good thing. Like you get the lavender chamomile, which is more of like the herbal kind of essential oil sort of lavender, lavender marshmallow, the creamy body care kind of lavender, and then sweet lavender, which is a super, super sweet one. All those blended together, it's the most cozy, comforting, soothing, beautiful lavender scent. Every time I warm this, I'm just like, I love this so, so much. Pretty sure I just bought some more of it, and I love this scent so, so much. Lavender Haze. If you love lavender, it is a must-have. Okay, and lastly, I have a few from Teddy Bees. So first up, I finished a sample of Christmas cookies. I think this came in the latest RTS as my sample. Christmas cookies, one of my favorites. It's just like Christmas tree, bakery, cookies, spices. It's a gorgeous scent, great performer. I did the sample in my office. Loved every second. It is such a good scent. It just smells like your house at Christmas time when you're baking cookies and making treats. It's so good. If you've never tried this, you really should. I finished a souffle of Anthony's Cabin, birch leaves, citrus peel, pine cones, white florals, vetiver, sandalwood, and woods. Y'all, this scent right here is something really, really special. It is a beautiful scent and I love it so much. It smells great on cold, but on warm, it is just absolutely stunning. It's a banger scent. It lasts forever and it's so gorgeous. If you like outdoorsy sort of scents, you really need to try this one. I feel like all these notes come together so beautifully and it's just absolutely stunning. She did this for a friend of hers in memory of her son. And so I think that's beautiful as well. It's a beautiful scent. It's a beautiful meaning. And I just love it. Would always, always, always repurchase this one. Such a gorgeous one. Then I finished a sample that I got in a D-stash of Tiff's Favorite Lavender. And either this was included as a sample or she made a bag of it for me. And this was the first time I had ever tried Tiff's Favorite Lavender. And when I smelled this, I was like, must have more. And so I have another bag of it from like 2020 that I got in a D-stash. And then I got some more in the last RTS. And then I think she offered it in this last pre-order. And so I got more of it. Tiff's Favorite Lavender is one of my favorite lavender blends out there, you guys. It is so gorgeous. It's sweet. I feel like there's a couple of different lavenders in here. I think it's sweet lavender and there may be even lavender marshmallow in here. But the way she's blended it, it's so good. It's just creamy, beautiful lavender. Gosh, that's gorgeous. And so I finished this little bag of that. Then I finished I Heart Vanilla Balsam. This was a tub. Creamy vanilla marshmallow, vanilla milkshake, boardwalk marshmallow, and vanilla balsam. Sorry, this label has seen better days, but it's just I Heart Vanilla with vanilla balsam. Gorgeous scent. This one was a little bit older. This was from 2022, and I got it in a D-stash, so it wasn't, as good of a performer as I thought it would be since it's very well cured and vanilla balsam is pretty strong. So I don't know, how the person stored it before me, but it was probably a light medium and I expected a little bit more from this. So hopefully I'll be able to try it again and warm the tub that I got this last year and it'll do a little bit better. And then last but certainly not least, I finished a souffle of Catacomb of the Witch. Dark plums, rich vanilla, black amber, bonfire bliss, and vanilla woods. Y'all, I knew I loved this scent on cold because it smelled so good, but y'all, on warm, this was such a good scent. It was a great performer for me. Thank goodness that I have more of this, and I really hope this comes back soon because it is so good. Tiffany does plum scents just the best. I mean, it's gorgeous. I love the black amber. I love anything with bonfire bliss. This scent is everything. Great performer. It was beautiful. We need this back. You definitely should give this a try if you like plum. And so that's everything that I got through for the month of January. Let me know in a comment down below if you warmed any of the same scents, what some of your favorite things that you warmed in January were. And if you made it this far to the end, please leave me a snowflake emoji down in the comments to let me know that you watched the whole thing. And let me know what some of your highlights were for January, what you're looking forward to warming in February. Just let me know all the things down below. Thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, week, or weekend. Please don't forget to like and comment, subscribe if you're not already, and I'll see you all on my next video very soon. Bye.